First things first, I would like to apologize for this photo that you're looking at right now. This is the best video I can, best photo I can find in such a short notice. Also, I didn't know Jesse could do that. That I could just put, stuff on there, and it makes it easier to talk about things when I'm doing this live. So, but obviously, you're seeing this, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get into it. This woman got hit in the face with a brick, and I don't know if I've heard other channels say like they can't show a lot. So I'm not going to show the video, even though I don't think it's a video of her getting hit in the face with a brick. But for some reason, you can't show the video. So we're just gonna go straight through it. Um, there is a lot you can say about black women saying they're not protected. Now, I'm pretty sure I've said this. I've had discussions about this. And do I feel like black women are the least protected? Yes, but I also think sometimes you do it to yourself. I believe in protecting black women. I really do. But I'm not also going to not lie to you. I'd also say that not everyone deserves protection. And I'm not saying that because of what she says, but because I'm kind of indifferent. Let's just say that I'm very indifferent. But since there was a video of a guy who was talking about, oh, I know her, everybody knows her, and we're gonna get into that. But obviously, y'all probably seen the video of her screaming. She got some dude asked for a number, told her no, got hit in the face with a brick, and and then she was like, all these black men watched, and they did nothing, and then the next video, she was crying, why does this happen to me? Why is it gonna happen to me? All that other stuff. And that's the video I say. I was like, oh, that's sad. She should have got hit in the face with a brick. And then once you get into deeper, you find you find out that, she's on TikTok and she motherfucking was basically talking shit about men. She was like Happy Pride Month, and and I'm going to preface this. I don't think it's like this is specifically about her, and it has nothing to do with lesbians or the LGBTQ in general. This is specifically her. But she was talking about, Happy Pride Month, and it's just like, women are the protectors and the providers and all that other stuff. And I feel like she was, stuff like that. And usually, and this is just men, when women like her say things like that, doesn't matter if you're straight or gay, but women like her, usually when you say stuff like that and then you disavow men's role in the world and talk about I don't need a man and all that other stuff, men will likely leave you alone. Usually when someone says I don't need a man, they usually get left alone, and then when something happens to them, they cry wolf. And this is the situation we got here. Now, now, I want you to be mindful, and even women with husbands agree with this because I've heard many of times that how a man would try to step in between, and the wife is like, "Don't do it," or don't do it because I don't want you to either go to jail or go to hell. Like me and Material Life had this conversation before, and you know what she said? She said, "If that was my man, I wouldn't want him to go." Fight the battles and all that stuff because if he gets killed or he kills somebody and goes to jail, he goes to jail. And what about me? You protect your own family first. So she did say something like that. It's just like like men only protect who they can possess. Now, it's some truth to that. It's not just who they can possess, but who we deem is cool with us. I don't know if that's possessive or not, but it's more or less likely who if you're cool with me. Now, anybody knows me, and like I said, I have proven my points where I have earned my stripes. Where it's just like anybody that was around me, I tried to protect them to the best of my ability. I have stood up, and I have also stood up for women that felt like they can't be protected, which is why like when Whenever they throw that jargon at me, I'm telling you, yo, don't even do that. Because when no one else was there, I was there. I had this I have this strain effect because some people would be like, I feel like no one really fucks with me and all that stuff. They always play the victim. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was just, I just had your back on this the other day, and then they go, oh, but still, it's just ain't no, but still, you have an example of a black man protecting you. Like I, you cannot. And this goes for the women that act like this because there are women that understands like you need a black man's protection, and sometimes it don't I can speak. A black man's protection is warranted, and sometimes whether you're in the space or not, sometimes you're going to need that black man. So there's women that we need black men just but there are a lot of women just like I don't need a man. Just we don't need to. She was going on like that. We're the protectors, we're the providers, and I think I could at least play that video. I'm gonna look for it as still, but yes, dudes are very. I'm gonna take. I don't want to say dudes enter because women are too. We are very tribal. We are very tribal. Now the thing is, if in my opinion, and I'm gonna say this, if I don't know you, there's slim. Even if we're black, there's slim chances that I might give you the protection because I don't know what the situation is. A lot of men, we're not going to instantly jump. Now there are some women that's just like, "Quote somebody help her," and all that other stuff is just like, and especially if there's all this men standing. Let's just say that man has a gun, and you just expect men to just throw their life away. Just there's some men that will do that, and I'm not going to call them stupid, but that's just what they is. It's just you know, they're just trying to save a black woman. I get that. Um, but not every man is going to. Uh, Not every man is going to just jump in and then just throw his life away just because you don't feel protected. Sometimes, man, I'm sorry. This is why I don't multitask. Okay, here we go. Go ahead with work. Okay. Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and put this video again. I'm getting it from I'm Stacy. And if you haven't followed that brother, just follow that brother. I like I'm Stacy. I like his YouTube channel. Um,
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know.
Oh man, so if it
now that was the guy, he was giving that story, and obviously that's her getting hit with the brick. That's him. Hold on, because before that, I want to get the. Here we go. This is what I was talking about, and
people are having using this to carry on to many more conversations.
I done muted myself. Okay, I'm looking for where she was talking about, because she is a lesbian. Most people thought she's a lesbian. Let's just say that. So she was just saying some lesbian things.
See another black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones. And the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody and we provide, baby, okay? So I hope you catch a girl tonight, because I hope I
do. Now, normally, and a lot of women, some people say you shouldn't care, but nah, if you act like that, And for most men, that's all we need. It's a bet. All right, if someone goes upside your head, which something did, and I don't condone the violence. If someone goes upside your head, and they did, don't expect men to just jump in. And this is where my man's right here was talking about. So we're going to play him now.
Guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her.
Now, for one thing about I heard her smacking a white guy was a skit, and it did look like a skit because the guy, like, she ain't really slap him. She kind of like grazed him, and then she did the twerking move, that one. But so that one, I'm not going to throw that in there because I feel like that's just very loose evidence. But what he was saying right here was just like she was agitating him, and was probably saying some shit to him to make him get on it. Because let's be real, I understand. Like my sister. Now here's the thing. My sister, I had a little sister that went through it in high school. Some dude liked her, she didn't, and something was not right in the head with him. I think he threw a desk at her, or he threw something at her to where, like, my father, my whole family, and including myself, had to get involved and make sure she was protected. And some people from the church I used to go to was making sure she got to school safe. I brought her back because I wasn't playing. I was going to knock his head off. If I ever saw him, I would have knocked his head off that day. I'd have probably went to jail. And it's funny because I was about to go into the Navy too. But I remember because, like, I wasn't there, but my father told me, like, he was furious. And he went in there and he was when I went to that school, he was a teacher, and I guess he got promoted to either guidance counselor or assistant principal or something like that. He was like, he tried to one of the teachers, Mr. Geddes. I got cool dude. But he met my father. My father was like, fuck that. Who the fuck would fucking with my daughter? My father was ready to knock some heads loose. He didn't give a fuck if he was a kid or not. He was going to knock his head fucking loose. So now, and then, like, gave my other little sister a switchblade. It was just like, in case anybody trying to fuck with anybody, cut the nigga up. Because they wasn't doing nothing. Like, the dude was able to stay. Like, I don't even think he got punished. Like, my sister didn't do nothing to warrant that. Like, I understand for women like that, is like, it's scary because some men don't know how to take no for an answer. But on the other side, as a man, I've been on that place where, like, y'all don't say no. I'm not saying all women do this, but y'all don't say no. I remember the one time, like, some girl was like, my friend like you. And then, she goes aloud, hell no. No, y'all don't just say no. Y'all be trying to, like, emasculate a man when y'all realize y'all don't like him or some shit like that. Y'all women do that. Now, I don't put that against her because, like I said, it was kids. And I feel like things you do as kids, you shouldn't be brought to as adults. That's why I know that's how most people have their trauma and all that stuff. Like, nerdy women is just like, y'all wasn't looking at me. And then, all of a sudden when I'm older and I'm more developed, I was like, well, duh. Well, duh. Like, this what geek the shit fucking is. But not going off point. I want him to finish the rest of this.
Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any men have a right to hit a woman, especially with a brick. Nobody deserves that. But at the end of the day, there's more to the story. She's not as innocent as she's trying to portray herself to be. She wants attention. She's an attention-seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have giving her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch. Because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him. I don't condone that type of behavior, but once again, she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. I remember a while back, she's posting videos going around in public, literally smacking old white people in the face. For what? And now you get hit by a brick, and now you want to cry wolf? I don't care. You wanted trouble, you got trouble. That's why I'll still buy and watch. So don't, oh man, that whole situation got...
Now, obviously, I agree with Homeboy too. Even because I'm gonna tell you something, and this is the thing that women don't understand. And this is the shit I kind of like went through with Sukihana, and the debate I had with Sukihana. And sometimes the energy you bring out will be reverted back to you. Because she was like, I don't do nothing to deserve this, and then if you go around, and I understand if it was a skit and she was doing that, and I don't know if people was really for it or not. I'm not sure about that, but that energy of like you playing with people and all that other stuff, the shit gets back to you. I say the same thing about dudes doing prank videos in the hood, and like it was like one of these days you're gonna get shot. Like I just like some of these people that's some prank videos is just like one of these days you gonna get shot. Niggas is not playing with you. You're gonna die over these prank videos. You know, some of these shits people do not play like that. Also, look, and you know, if she doesn't, and I don't want to put, like I said, I don't want to put this on lesbians, nor do I want to put this on black women in general, even though this is a black woman that happened to, but this was her doing. This is like I wanted us to focus on the individual because of what happened to her. Now it gets sparked on these black women are not being protected. In which I said, if y'all don't think y'all think y'all not protected, you think black men are? It was like, sometimes we gotta worry too. I want to understand like black women because I feel like sometimes we be in our own bubble, and I've said this many times. We be in our own bubble so much we kind of don't care about what happens with the other people until it happens to us, and that's how some of our empathy works. Like we don't care until it happens to us. Like we can see someone else like in trouble and be like, "Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though," until it happens to you. Now, granted, I've done that too, and I try my best. Even then, I try my best to be and have some empathy. You know, even have some empathy for the others because you don't know what the fuck they go through. I had to grow a lot on that because sometimes I didn't fucking care. And I'll be honest with you. I don't condone the violence or the fact that she got hit with a brick. But I'm gonna be but if you're going around like fucking with people and you're doing shit like this, you're going to get what's coming to you. And I want to understand, I want people to understand that. Even like black women, I understand that no man should. I don't, you know, I'm like Chris Rock. It's like ain't nobody on but ass whipping, but you just don't do it. There's a reason to kick a woman down the stairs, just don't do it. Chris Rock does say that. But with that being said, I understand that as a man, I might be stronger than a woman. I am stronger than a woman. Like physically, I'm stronger than a woman. There might be some women that could probably whip my ass, but there's a few. But that don't mean I'm going around knocking every chick out because that's just I'm not gonna feel good about that. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see a foreign done on, especially on black women, especially like someone like her because she is. I'll be honest with you, she is very attractive. She reminds me of this one chick I went to high school with, and it's funny because she was a tomboy. She's not a lesbian, when she was a tomboy, but a lot of people kind of mistake her for being lesbian because she wore boys' clothing. Like she was never the tight shirts and all that other stuff. She wore what niggas wore, but she was a tomboy. So niggas would mistake her for being a lesbian, and she did not like that at all. She's married now to a man, but she was bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. That girl had a body on her too. It was just like, but she's East African. The girl, she was like Indian, but they got the same skin tone, and somewhat the same nose and all that other stuff. So when I saw her, I thought of my high school. I thought of my high school friend, but even then, like my high school friend, she was a sweetheart. Also funny. She was kind of funny too, but nevertheless, like I want people to like I want people to understand. And like she did get something. That's just like yo, if you fuck with like I tell women all the time, it's like most men are not going to protect you if they don't know you. But if you get into a place where like you're cool with them, niggas will do anything for you. Like I want people to understand that. It's just like we're not gonna just risk our neck for anything. But if you show that you fuck with us, or like if at least some type of rapport to where a nigga be like, yo, don't do that. Now she good. So a nigga's like, you good, then you are protected. It's just like, but if you're going around just dogging black men and talking about black men are evil, or you niggas ain't shit and all that stuff, niggas is probably not going to protect you like that. We'll let you out to dry. I keep telling people like the energy you give out, it's the same thing we want reverted back to you. If you acting like a hoe, you don't treat you like a hoe. Not saying that she was a hoe, but it's one of those things where we have these sayings. It's just like the boys in my hood is always hard. Keep talking that trash, and we'll pull your card. And niggas will do that. So this is probably a better picture than what I was originally gonna put because this shit is not grainy at all. That video. Look how grainy this shit is. But look, do I feel sorry for it? Somewhat. I'm not gonna say I fully feel sorry for it, but I somewhat feel sorry for this because, like I said, no one needs to be being hit in the face by a brick. Like material, like she told the story like niggas is throwing rocks. When she was growing up, they throw rocks at her. They're like, why is niggas doing that? But like I said, this shows the environment that we live in. It's like just shut up. But that's all I really gotta say about that. I'm contemplating where I'm doing another video, and it was about the Charleston White and the Queen making a little joint. I don't know if I'm doing it tonight or tomorrow. I'll figure that out because I just wanted to get this video done real quick. But I wanted your opinion on this. It's just like, and black women, if you don't feel protected, why? And a black man, do you feel like black women are protected and why? I want people to understand why and how should we be doing? Should we most likely try to protect? My whole thing is I think it depends on the situation. But you also got to understand that, like, if you're going out there, you have to understand you might lose your life. So, like, and not, but that's just one of those things you just gotta really, really grasp onto. So, with some people, you shouldn't have got that, but other people, you got what you deserve. Even though people feel like you shouldn't, it's weird because this situation is weird. And I'm bottom line this before I start rambling on again. But this situation is weird because it's one of those things. It's just like right message, wrong messenger. And I think that's how a lot of people feel about this. It's just like we can have this conversation about protection, but I'm not going to do it based on someone that's just like. And like I said, it has nothing to do with her sexuality, or her preference, or even that. It's just like the way she act because I've seen straight women act like that. And then there's another video I was talking about. She was dogging out cis women because transgender, where people was like, "Is she really is she really biological woman?" I'm not sure, but like I said, just the type of shit that people having. Her voice is like weird too, but that's another thing. Let me know what y'all think. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly.